Heck, my first weekend, I jokingly asked one of my officers, "Hey, do we respond to cats in trees still?" And they were like, "No, what are you talking about?" Next day, we got called to a cat in a tree.
Cat in a tree?
Yeah.
I just
The only bad I gotta say is when they promise pizza and the pizza don't come. That's the only bad I got.
Welcome to the Firehouse, the show dedicated to the brave men and women who serve our community.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Firehouse on WRHU 88.7 FM. I am your host, Chris Moses, and today, sitting with me in the Firehouse is my boy, Chance. What's going on, Chance?
How's it going, Chris?
I'm good. So, Chance, I know a lot about you. I read your bio. We got a lot to talk about, but let the audience know who you are, your name, your department, how long you've been in, and any ranks that you've held.
I'm Chance Ervin. I've been with the Johnson Fire Department for 1 year and 11 months now. I joined on
1 year, 11 months. So you're pretty new.
Yeah.
I like that. No, I like that because there's different things that we can learn from the newer crop of people coming in. But go ahead, keep going.
I haven't really held much ranks besides cook. You know, that's how I get a lot of the guys to come to drill. I bribe them.
There you go. You bribe them with some food. So a year and how long?
11 months.
Year and 11 months. So almost 2 years, pretty much. 2 years in. I know. Yep. Listen, 2 years in, I know you got some stories, and we will get to those stories. And you said Johnson Fire Department, right?
Yep.
So this is upstate
Yep.
Orange County area over in there.
Yep.
So I know that operations are a little bit different. So we're going to talk about operations up there because I know that there's things that you do up there that we don't do over here. So we definitely want to talk about that. So let's first start, though, with what makes you want to be a firefighter. Like, no one just wakes up and says they want to run into a burning building, unless you did. Like, what makes you want to be a firefighter?
Well, what initially made me want to join was there was... I like to help people, and during high school, I did JRTC for all 4 years, and
Okay.
I liked the whole volunteering aspect of it, and I was like, you know what, let's see what we got around here, and, well, one night, this kind of correlates with it a little, we had a motor vehicle accident in front of my house, and I ran out front, helped out the guy, and I was like, this was definitely an interesting experience.
So you had a motor vehicle accident right in front of your house.
Yeah.
And you ran outside to go help out.
Yep.
Okay.
And it just so happened one of my neighbors, I'm going to shout him out here. Hi, Squid. He's
What's up, Squid?
He's a member of our neighboring department, Slate Hill. And, he came out. He helped me drag the guy out of the car. And
Wow.
it was crazy. It was a crazy night. And after some pondering on it for a while, I was like, you know what? I want to contribute to society. I want to help people. So I went looking around, and my one friend, Zach, we went to high school. We were in JRTC together.
Okay.
He said, hey, we're having an open house here. We're going to be watching some football. Come on down.
So he was already in.
Yeah.
Johnson. Okay, go ahead.
He comes from a long family that's been in there.
Okay.
One of those heirs and spares.
Yeah, there you go.
And, I got in there. I sat down, watched some football with all their guys, and I was like, I kind of like this environment. It's nice. It's like a family. Everybody's having a grand old time.
That's right. Yeah. And then that was it. That was your,
sold.
I'm doing it.
It was love at first sight.
I love at first sight. So you said that when you joined, were you out of high school, still in high school, or?
I joined when I was 20. I was out of high school
okay, so
for
you're
a
out of high
couple
school.
of years.
Okay, so you didn't do do they have a juniors program out there? No.
Oh, no.
No, nothing like that. So it's just, you turn 18, you join. You joined at 20.
Yep.
At 20. Okay, so there is for you, there's no long line of people that were in family before that. So that's great. So you're the first generation firefighter, and maybe you'll pass the torch down.
Oh, I hope so.
You'll pass the torch down. All right. So if you could tell me a little bit about, Westtown and the Johnson Fire Department, are there different fire departments around? Like, how does that work? Are there different companies? Like, if you can explain, right? Because, and the reason why I ask this is because there's Uniondale and there's Uniondale Fire Department. There's Hempstead Fire Department. There's Westtown, and then there's Johnson Fire Department. So, where does that happen? Like, how does all of that happen?
So, upstate in that area, it's kind of cut and dry in some parts. Like, one town will have a fire department, the next town over will have one. So, in my area, there's like 4 different towns. There's Slate Hill, Unionville, Johnson, and Greenville. This part of the roadway, it would be Greenville's area, and Greenville's just one firehouse with, I'd say, maybe a tanker, a brush truck, and a rescue.
Okay.
And I think a tower ladder at best.
Okay. That's all right. Go ahead.
And then Slate Hill, they got everything but the kitchen sink. They cover part of Slate Hill all the way up in the Wayanda. And then Unionville's got Unionville and part of Westtown. And then Johnson's got the remainders. We got one part of Westtown, and then we got all of Johnson.
And then all of Johnson. So how many people are in your fire department?
My roughest guess would be at least 50, 55.
Wow. So that's a little bit. That's a little bit of people, meaning like, my company alone, in Brookside here in Uniondale, there's like 40 members. So your entire department is just 50 members. So how does that work with response? Like, do you get enough people to come out to these calls?
Usually, yeah. We, it's, some days it's really hit or miss, if it's like a Tuesday afternoon. And the funny thing about our department is we also run medical calls because why not?
You do it all.
Heck, my first weekend, I jokingly asked one of my officers, hey, do we respond to cats and trees still? And they were like, no, what are you talking about? Next day we got called to a cat in a tree.
Cat in a tree?
Yeah.
But so you're responding to medical calls too. So you have a bus there.
Oh no, we don't have a bus. We go in a pickup truck. We kind of get.
Whoa, wait, Chance. So y'all don't have a bus. You have just a pickup truck.
Yeah.
So explain that. Explain.
So what we do with our pickup truck is we get there on scene. We provide the basic life support.
Yep. So you're an EMT as well, right?
Oh no, I'm not. I just help carry them.
Oh, okay. You just can't. But you have EMTs.
Yes, we have a bunch of EMTs.
Okay, so go ahead.
And we'll get there, and whichever neighboring ambulance company that's going to show up, they show up. We turn it over to them, and we'll help carry because why not? We're nice.
You're there and just
we're not gonna say you guys are on your own.
Just leave them like that. Okay, no, so that makes sense. I got that. So you kind of are that first look. You're there helping out, and then you're waiting for the bus to show up. The bus will eventually show up from a neighboring town to kind of help out. All right. Okay. So let's keep going here. So now you're in. You had just got in. Do you remember your first fire?
Like fire call or structure fire?
Well, let's do fire call.
My first fire call was it was a drill night. I'd gotten there early. I was in the back playing Madden with a couple of the guys, and dumb luck be found. Tones drop, air raid on the roof's going crazy. I'm like, what the heck's going on? They're like, you better go get your gear on. We're getting called. I'm like, oh, okay.
Let's go. Let's get this going.
So, we ride out. It's mutual aid to Unionville, and it was a gas leak. Nothing crazy.
Nothing too crazy. So let's now skip forward to the first fire. Have you experienced your first fire yet?
My first structure fire would be, it was like a while back. I think it was December 1st, 2023. It was early morning. I was off from college that day. I'm laying in bed. All of a sudden, tones drop. I'm responding's going crazy. It's, waking up at 7 a.m., you're half out of it. Your phone's going
crazy.
And I'm like, what's going on? So I get out of bed. I read it. I'm like, oh, this has got to be interesting. And it was a mutual aid call over to one of our other neighbors in the battalion, New Hampton. Big structure fire. Nothing, not like crazy big, but like It definitely, I'd say ServPro won't be able to save it this time.
So let me ask you a question. You pull up to this scene, you see the flames, you see the smoke. What's going through your brain? This is now real for you. So this is it. So what's going through your brain?
Honestly,
in the heart of Blue Point, New York, the Johnny Mac Foundation stands as a beacon of hope and resilience. Founded in memory of FDNY firefighter John F. McNamara, who lost his life to 9/11 related cancer, this foundation embodies his enduring motto, whatever it takes. To supporting first responders and their families, the Johnny Mac Foundation is committed to making a long-lasting impact. Join us in honoring John's legacy and making a difference. Visit at johnnymacfoundation.org to learn more and contribute.
honestly, going through my brain was like, wow, I definitely signed up for this.
So it was like, yeah, this is it. This is what you wanted. This is what it is. So what was your position when you pulled up?
Well, at the time, I hadn't taken the interior class yet, so it was.
Hydrant.
Luckily, it was me and a couple of our chiefs because it was early in the morning, like early where everybody's at work or
Wow.
everybody's at school.
Uh-huh.
So they were like, you know what, just follow me. Because at the point we arrived, it was like that little point where it was like, there's still a little bit of fire going, but we're mostly in the overhaul stage.
Yeah. Okay.
So they sent me outside with one of the 12-foot pikes, and they just had me poke at ceilings from through the window.
From through the window. Hey, listen. Hey, you got to do something, right?
Oh,
Hey, something.
absolutely.
So let me ask you a question, just ranking wise. In the Johnson Fire Department, are there lieutenants, captains? How many chiefs? Like, what's the ranking?
So we have 3 chiefs, the main chief, and then
So you have 3 chiefs just in the Johnson Fire Department, right?
Yep.
Okay, got you.
we have a main chief, then we have 2 assistant chiefs, and
Okay.
then we have a captain and 2 lieutenants, plus an engineer.
Plus an engineer. Okay.
Yep.
Do you plan on stepping up and possibly doing that? Going into the leadership role?
I'd say ask me when I'm like 30 or something, because
Right now, you're not
I like
trying to-
riding the tailboard. I
You're
like
not.
riding the tailboard.
Ain't nothing else right now. You ain't worried about leadership. You just want to do what you do. I get it. Okay. All right. I love it. All right. So let's keep going here. There was something that you had put in your bio about the Creek Fires.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, last year there was a major brush fire in parts of Greenwood Lake and West Milford, New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
like right exactly on the Jersey-York border. And you know, it was a little crazy, but it was definitely an interesting experience. It was kind of dumb luck how it ended up happening for us to get called. There was the one Saturday we got called. I wasn't there. I was away on a field trip from one of my college courses.
Okay.
And, you know, they requested our UTV because we have a UTV. We
Okay.
don't have them stump jumpers, you Long Island guys.
I was just, I was going to ask about that, right? Like what, I mean, you got huge brush up there. So what do you have? Like, you don't have that? What do y'all?
No.
Okay. So what's the apparatus that you have to go into these brush fires?
So we have the pickup truck. We also have a trailer that has a UTV. It's a 6x6 Polaris with a it's a 500-gallon tank on the back.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Did you get to drive that yet?
Oh no, not yet. Not yet.
So that's what you respond with to this creek fire.
Yep.
Okay. And when you say creek fire, is it creek was the area, or
Oh yeah,
was
no.
it actual
Jennings
creek?
Creek was
Jennings
the name.
Creek. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So when you respond to Jennings Creek, it was in that UTV.
Yeah, for the latter 2 days. The first night we got dispatched, it was like they requested our engine because a lot of the fire was threatening structures.
Okay.
Because the way it's set up, a lot of them houses down there, they're right next to the woods, and these woods are humongous. Like
Wow. Okay.
Hunter's Paradise.
Oh.
And they requested our engine because, you know, it's a larger tank. And at that point in the night, it's like, we'd rather not risk sending a crew in an ATV all the way up into the woods.
In the dark.
that just writes chaos.
Yes, it does. Yep.
So we're driving up and down the road, you know, we're hitting hot spots, and it was fun. It was fun because earlier in that day, we were at a drill over at our county fire center. We were doing like a live burn, and we had to cut that short because a lot of departments were calling out throughout the day. You know, because we have the radio going in the trucks. We were here in Pine Island. We were here in Florida, which is right next to Greenwood Lake. We were here in Warwick, which is all in that surrounding area.
I know Warwick. I do know Warwick. That's where I always go apple picking. So I do know Warwick.
Come on down. They still got apples.
It's still got. This is actually the time, like right around now, September, October, right? This is when we usually go. But
peak apple season.
It's peak apple season.
And you know, later that night, you know, we all go our separate ways. It's like 3:00 in the afternoon. 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, we get toned out to go to Greenwood Lake for the brush fire. We're out there till 10 o'clock at night because we got relieved by, I don't know who, but we got relieved by somebody.
Okay.
And so that was on a Sunday. Monday, we were on a rest day pretty much. They gave us Monday, like, hey, you guys can go and recuperate.
Relax.
Yeah. Tuesday, we get dispatched at 11 a.m. with our ATV. We're out in the woods for a little bit. It was me.
So you got this Polaris, and how many people can fit on it? It's a Polaris, 2?
About
3?
3. So
3?
we usually leave whoever doesn't want to go up, down.
Okay.
And luckily, it was like 4 guys. It was one of my chiefs, one of our past chiefs, and then, you know, just a random day guy.
Okay.
We all have a day guy in the firehouse.
We always got the guy that's always there hanging out during the day.
I was one for a little while. And we were out there for a little bit, and we were interacting with like a bunch of different departments. We even interacted with a couple of Long Island departments. We had, for a little bit, we had East Hampton.
Okay.
They were out there with a tanker. It was pretty interesting seeing their tank.
To see their,
you know, and this isn't knocking them. It looked like one of those like oil tankers. You know, It looked like what you see going up and down the street.
Yeah, it's a brush truck. Like those brush trucks are huge, all right? These stump jumpers you have the half ton, the ton. Yeah. These things are huge.
The whole decommissioned army trucks that, you know, one of the guys go off on a whim and is like, man, we could definitely use that.
You could use that. Give me that old 1967 army truck and let's turn it into a brush truck. But yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So, I just want to ask a question, like, because of the way upstate is, you know, I guess structured, you know, it's a lot of space, a lot of brush, a lot of, you know, just areas. Where are your hydrants, even in the residential areas, right? Because if you look around here, I got a hydrant every block almost. Yeah. You don't have that out there. I know when I go out there, that's one thing any firefighter does. Wherever you go, you're looking at you're looking at everything. So when I'm out there in Warwick, I'm just like, where are the hydrants? I've been driving for like at least 10 minutes and I haven't seen one yet. So like how is that? And how does that work with operations?
So in Johnson, it's kind of hit or miss with where our hydrants are. We have some, we'll have some, because the beautiful thing about upstate New York is you'll get like maybe 1.5 miles of just woods, maybe a couple of shacks. And then a few feet up, you'll get like a residential neighborhood with like 40 houses and hydrants.
Okay. So it's hit or miss.
Yeah. And then when we're out there and there is no hydrants, we usually call out, have our tanker come, or mutual aid for a tanker, and
just to come bring some water over.
And if it's really bad, we'll do like tanker shuttles with a porta pond.
Okay. I was gonna ask, have you ever drafted out of a pond or a lake or anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah, you've done that. Okay. I have the equipment. It's so crazy because I have the equipment on my rig for that, but I've actually never drafted anything out of a pond before. But you've actually done that.
Yes.
Okay. So I mean that's another way to get water if you need, like you'll just draft it.
That's one of our go-to fill sites is like we'll go to like ponds. We have a couple of creeks, ponds to go to.
Oh, so that's a fill site. Like you're going there. So after the call, head over to the pond and go fill up my tank.
Yep. Or we go all the way into way on. There's a little medical supply company. They have a hydrant out there, and we'll draft off.
And get some water out there to fill up.
Yep.
All right. So let's keep going. I got some more questions for you. Okay. So what is a common myth that you would want to debunk about firefighting?
I'd say all that stuff they show on TV, you know, you see all that action hero stuff where they're running through like a third alarm
Axe
fire.
and Halligan in each hand running.
Yeah, they're running, they're going, oh, we got to hit this before it comes falling in on us. And it's like, what?
It's not what you do.
Or they're doing some like crazy like paramedic stuff. They're like, this guy's arm is stuck in the contraption. We gotta amputate and then field reattach. And it's like, I'm no medical expert. I'm
not field reattaching.
I'm no medical expert, but I don't think that's how it works.
It's not. Definitely not.
Unless you got like an igloo cooler.
Let me ask you a question about your company. So,
yes.
Johnson, your engine and truck, right?
No,
so you're just an engine?
We're an engine and a tanker.
Engine and the tanker. That's it.
Yep.
All right. Because, here, Uniondale and Nassau County, a lot of places will have engine. Like I'm an engine company. Then you have the truck company. So you're engine and tanker.
Yep.
So when you need truck, who are you calling? And when a call comes in, I guess they're dispatching these different towns. One, this is my truck, this is my engine, and then we're going to this call. Is that kind of how it works?
Kind of, yeah. If it's like a bad enough fire, we'll have Slate Hill or Greenville because they both have tower ladders. They'll come in and supply us with truck. But usually our second due apparatus. So if it's like in district, our engine's the first due. But if it's like out of district, our first due is our tanker. So whoever comes second on our second due, they're going to be doing truck stuff.
They're going to be doing truck work. Okay. So you're doing both. You're the jack of all trades, kind of doing both when you have to. So I got to ask you a question because I was looking on your Instagram, right? And there's a picture of you in some type of suit that you were wearing and you're like, we're going to training. What suit was that? What was that? It looked almost like something like you were going to go dive or something. I wasn't sure what that was.
Oh,
it's like an orange suit. What was that?
So a while back, I think it was January or February, we were doing a joint drill with Greenville. And Greenville does like a lot of like water stuff from time to time. So they were having us do like ice rescue drill.
That's what that was. Okay, that's what it looked like that, yeah.
And nobody wanted to do it, and me being the wise guy, I was like,
chance is taking a
I'll
chance.
do it. Absolutely. And I was, they had us change into it in the back of their rescue. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, this isn't like those fancy like Rescue 1 rescues where it's like almost like a refrigeration unit straight back. It's like a cab and then a big toolbox on the back. And I'm like, cramped in there with the second guy who's trying to do it. And I'm like, move over. So, they put me in the water. They had me be the rescue dummy, and then they had me be the rescuer. Mm-hmm. And it was fun. Fun?
Something you would look to do?
No, I like the land.
Oh, so you wouldn't, that's not. It was just, let's try it out. Let's see how it is. And then that's it.
Like, it wasn't a bad experience, but it was just like, that was fun, but I hope we never get called to one of those.
I hope we never get called for that.
Knock on wood, we're going to get called one next week.
Yep, that's what you're going to do. A chance is going to be out there. You're going to have that. They're going to be like, hey, you were trained, so you know how to do this. All right, so you know what we could do? We could get into a game called the Flashover. All right? So We play a game here called the Flashover where I'll ask you 2 questions, maybe Android and Apple or something like that. And then you got to answer really quick. Okay. We'll do TVs, we'll do movies. And then I have a couple of questions that I want to ask in between.
Yep.
Okay. So, Chance, are you ready for the Flashover?
Bring it.
There we go. I love it. All right. So let's go. You're at a parade, which I'm sure you all have parades and everything out there, of
Absolutely.
course, right? Before I even start, I remember being up there, especially around when I go for the apple picking. You all do actual boot drives, right? Like I remember seeing on the street out there collecting money on the street doing boot drives. You've never done it?
No, where we are, it's all stretch of like interstate.
So there's
I mean, you could try it.
You could try to go on the highway and do them.
Good luck with that.
I've seen it, I guess, in Warwick. In Warwick, I've seen them.
Yeah,
doing
those
that.
guys, they have the streets for it.
They have the streets for that.
We don't.
All right, so you're at a parade, right? Do you want to drive the rig or drive the chief truck? You got to pick one.
Ooh, I'd say chief truck.
Chief truck? You want to drive the chief truck?
Yeah, just to drive the Chiefs crazy.
All right, another one. You're at that same parade, right?
Yep.
Instead of driving the rig or driving the chief truck, they say, hey, Chance, you either can walk with us. It's 100 degrees, but you're going to walk with us with Class A on, or you can go do the calendar photo shoot. Which one?
I would say march in the 100 degrees. If we can march together into almost 1,000 degrees, I could stand 100 degrees.
I love that answer. No one has ever gave that answer. That is right. If y'all can march in 1,000 degrees, you can march in 100 degrees. I love that. All right. So let's keep going. Brush fire or rockin' dumpster fire?
Brush fire, because it's a little fun. Gets you out.
Yeah,
in the
you're on the
woods.
UTV. I love that.
The dumpster fire, it's not. We don't really get dumpster fire as much, and usually one of our guys who in the chief truck, they usually end up on scene first. They hit it with the can, and it's like
it's done.
It's like, go back, guys. It's like, no.
All right, basement fire or warehouse fire?
I would have to say basement fire, because we haven't really got many warehouses
over there, right?
Okay. You got barns.
You got a barn. All right. So how about that? Basement fire or barn fire?
I feel like basement fire because, even though there's a lot of action going on, you could like learn from it.
You can learn a lot from it. Yeah. That's funny that you said a barn fire, because that's possible. Like you would have that out there. Yeah, I have that. You have the hay, all that stuff will.
Oh, yeah. No, I've heard stories from the older guys who've been in since like the 80s, who've been to like numerous barn fires, and they'll tell you it's like it's long, it's tedious, and it's not fun, but it's a fire.
Yeah, it's a fire, and I'm pretty
Gets
sure
you out of the house.
It's got a lot of. A lot, everything is in there. You got this, you got that, probably got chemicals, got all that stuff. So all of that stuff is feeding that fire. So, wow. Okay, so let's keep going. Confirmed car fire or an automatic alarm with a light smoke condition?
Confirmed car fire. We get a lot of automatic alarms, and it's okay from time to time, but you can only walk into the same stretch of houses over and over
again.
Because someone was cooking like bacon or something, and they forgot to account for the grease factor.
All right, let's keep going. Midnight call or 5 a.m. call? Which one?
I don't really see a difference. I went to both.
You went to both. No big difference. They're the same.
Pretty much.
All right. Summer heat in gear or winter cold in wet boots? Pick your punishment.
I'd say summer heat and gear, because we once went to a call when it was like below zero. Like I think it was like -10, and I was just like, I had on dry gear, and it was just like
didn't do anything. It was freezing cold.
I was freezing, and like even the pack on my back was like freezing over.
All right, let's keep going. If you had to pick a shift, day shift or night shift, which one do you like better?
There's not a lot of action in the day, but when there is. So I'd say day.
You go with the day shift. All right, let's keep going. I need you to put on even though you said that you're not yet thinking about leadership, right? But eventually you may get there. All right. Mm-hmm. Put on your hat thinking as if you were the lieutenant or the captain of your company, right? There is a department critique. Johnson is doing a critique on a fire that you all had, right? That's at 10 o'clock. It is now 8 a.m. in the morning. All of your guys are there. For those 2 hours, do you have them clean the firehouse or do you do another training?
I would say because depending on how bad the fire is,
Mm-hmm.
I would just say have the guys clean the firehouse. Nothing
Okay.
crazy.
Nothing too crazy?
not like rip open the cupboards, find what's expired, and leave it in the dumpster. But hey, have like maybe a couple of the probies and whatnot, and maybe one of the senior guys go wash the rig. Have another guy take someone to go refill the apparatus.
Yeah, and kind of get that going, and then take it all over to the department critique. Gotta have a clean house, gotta have a clean rig, right?
Yeah.
Gotta have those things. All right, let's get into some TVs and TV shows and movies. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Chicago Fire, Rescue Me.
Rescue Me.
Rescue Me, Third Watch.
That's a good one. I recently watched Third Watch.
Third Watch is a good show.
It shows like all the aspects of it. It shows like fire, it shows EMS, it shows police.
It shows it all. And it's funny because every time I ask people this question, they always go Rescue Me. And I love Rescue Me, but Third Watch is a good show. But go ahead. Which one? Rescue Me, Third Watch.
Oh, everybody goes with Rescue Me, but I gotta say Third Watch. That's like a hidden secret.
There you go. A lot of people don't know about that one. All right. Backdraft, Ladder 49.
I gotta say Backdraft.
Backdraft? Why are you going Backdraft over Ladder 49?
Because Ladder 49, it's okay, but Backdraft, it has like the attention getters in it. It's like taking a kid to a library or to an amusement park.
Yeah, there you go. It's Backdraft. It's the Bible. Like it is what it is. I mean, it's definitely over exaggerated, but that's what makes it fun. Now, most important question I'm gonna ask you today, Chance, which I think I know the answer here, but I wanna still ask: engine or truck?
You're going to be shocked by this answer, but I like truck work more.
You like truck work. All right, so we got a truckie in the house. So let me ask you a question, though, because you said that you are an engine and a tanker, but then your second dude comes in and
acts as a truck.
Acts as a truck. So are you waiting and getting on that second dude? Like if you're there and you're like, let me get on the second dude to try to...
The funny thing is, sometimes I am on the second dude because I live like a few minutes up from the firehouse, but like we have like a large, I'm gonna call it enclave for lack of a better term, of like members, because there's like a whole stretch of houses where it's like member.
Okay.
And it doesn't help that they got a bunch of kids who are also members, so it's like they're kind of beating me. So,
all right, so you end up being truck just by default. So that's another reason why you do that. All right, so before we get out of here, I got a couple more questions for you, Chance. I want to know, just in a whole, how has being a volunteer firefighter, how has that changed your life?
And it's changed me in a lot of ways. It's changed me for good. It's changed me for bad, but I'd say it's mostly good.
Okay.
I'm
not going to ask about how it changed for bad. I just want
the only bad I got to say is when they promise pizza and the pizza don't come. That's the only bad I got.
Listen, Johnson, FD Chiefs, man, if pizza's coming, you got to bring the pizza. You got to tell them.
No, they're usually good on it. It's just the younger guys who promise the pizza. They don't deliver.
and they don't deliver on it. All right. So with that said, last question I want to ask you: if someone is listening right now that either just got in or is thinking about getting like you were, what type of advice would you want to give them?
I would say do it. It's the best experience anybody can offer. It's definitely a life-changing experience, but it's for the good. It's good. You'll learn new stuff. You'll build new muscles. You'll build new skills. Build a resume out of it.
There you go.
And you get to make new friends. Before joining, most of my friends were just guys that I knew from like a small circle from high school.
Yeah.
Now, I know guys who, when they're not working, when they're not playing firemen with us. They're court cops, or they're down in the city, because we got a few city guys on our group.
Yeah, I can imagine, because it's not too far.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a quick question. Are you thinking of going into firefighting professionally, like FDNY?
I would love to. I took the exam in March.
Okay, so let's go. We got that FDNY. Come get your guy. That's
Robert,
right.
sign me up.
Let's go. Let's hope that goes through. But you said you just took it in March, so take some time, but hopefully that'll happen. So you're looking to do this as a career as well.
Yes.
Okay, and make sure, even though you're doing it as a career, you still be in Johnson helping out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Okay. All right. So is there anything that I'm forgetting, Chance?
No,
Anything I'm forgetting?
so.
Can you do me a favor? Just shout out the Johnson Fire Department, like their website or their Instagram or everything. Like if someone wanted to join, how do they join Johnson?
Feel free to check out our Facebook, Johnson Fire Department. Check out our website, johnsonfd.org. If you ever see a bunch of cars out in front of the firehouse, feel free to stop in.
Stop in.
We're at 30 Creamery Road. Come on in.
And just come on in and say hi.
We're nice. We won't bite.
You won't bite. Last question I want to ask you, Chance.
Yep.
If there was someone that you think should be on this show, who would it be? Shout them out right now.
Oh, I got a bunch of guys. I would say my captain, Andy Velli.
Andy Velli, what's up, Andy Velli? You're being called to come down to the firehouse.
And then I also say my assistant chief, Doug Scher.
Scher.
The funny thing is, he's also from Long Island. He used to be the chief over at Syosset.
Oh, Doug Scher, we got to get you here, because I had a couple Syosset guys on, so I need to know what made him move up there. You know what? Chance, you got to tell him. He's got to come on the show.
Come on in, Doug.
Come on in, Doug. Let's go, Doug. Come on over. Listen, Chance, thank you so much for coming all the way over here. Because how was the drive over?
Oh, I didn't drive. I took the train.
You took the train over. Okay.
I took the train. I got up at like 3 a.m. I hopped the
Jesus.
Jersey Transit out of Port Jervis down to Secaucus.
Wow.
And then I made the changeover. I had to ask Port Authority like 4 times which way Long Island Railroad was. They were like,
right there. Listen, Chance, thank you so much for doing all of that just to come on to be on the Firehouse. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
When I first got the message, I had like a little bit of concern because it was my birthday, and I thought it was one of my friends messing around with me on my birthday.
You did say that.
I was like, is this legit? And, I didn't mean to offend anybody who was like asking me that, but, it was my birthday, and
you're like,
people like
is somebody playing or pranking me right now? I think I remember seeing that. But thank you so much for coming down to the Firehouse and telling your stories.
Thank you
and
for
everything
hosting
like
me.
That.
This is awesome.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. All right. I hope you all enjoyed that. We just heard from my boy Chance from the Johnson Fire Department, and that is upstate in Westtown. Is it Westtown? Is that the town, or is Johnson the town?
Johnson.
So Johnson is the town.
Yep.
Okay. So
Westtown's just one of those little areas.
It's just one of those areas that's over there.
One of the little chunks we got.
that you got over there. All right. So yeah, we heard from Chance about his life as a firefighter. I hope you all enjoyed that conversation. Please like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. I am your host, Chris Moses, and please tune in next week to another great conversation in the fire.